You're going to age regardless. Every day you wake up, you're getting older. But what are you doing in that time frame to actually grow? You got to be intentional about wanting to be a better man. Being a better man has pillars to it. I want to be a better son. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better boyfriend or husband. I want to be a better uncle. I want to be better in these areas. And when you do that, then you can start to measure your growth. So it's like... What's going on is the Wolf, and we are back with another episode of the Wolf Has Spoken podcast, America's fastest growing podcast.
Universe!
The universe's fastest growing podcast. And we encourage y'all to get 1% better every single day and every single way. And I'm extremely excited today to be back home. Once again, we back home. And I'm also excited to be joined by my guy, Mr. Right on Q Live. How you doing today, fella?
I'm good, sir. Good. Can't complain.
Yeah, that's good, man. Big shout out to our sponsors, man. Big shout out to We Care Home Health Agency, where you can go to get the best care and you can go get a good career. Like I said, you can, from pediatric to senior care, they could take care from skilled to non-skilled. They offer all services. Tap in with them. And if you're looking for employment, you could tap in with us too, but you could just go directly to the source. So big shout out to We Care, man. Give them a call. It's easy to get authorized and get transferred over by just calling 267-940-8509. Once again, that's 267-940-8509. That's We Care Home Health Agency, and they are ran by some of the greatest people to ever step foot in that industry. And big shout out to my peoples, man. Nothing but love, nothing but respect, nothing but appreciation for the work that they do. Because if you're wondering who cares, Q?
We care.
We care. Let's get into it, man.
First, I got a nice hoodie on.
Oh, shit.
You
know what?
This is new.
I'm so used to looking good that I forgot to even realize that I got my son something today. Nah, man. First of all, big shout out to my guy Worm, and big shout out to Simply 100. You know what I mean? This is the brand we are supporting right now.
Shout out to him.
You know, Q got on the navy with the black. I got on the tan. Y'all see what's going on? I'll stand up real quick. You want to stand up? This nigga Q stood up and turned into Wizard Kelly. Nigga disappeared. Next time you just sit down, you let me do the modeling. Big shout out to Simply 100, man. Make sure y'all go shop with them.
And thanks for giving me the hoodie that he wanted. I had to send him a separate DM.
He got the one that I wanted. It's cool. But, ultimately, they got a lot of stuff. If you actually pay attention, I'm always wearing their brand. I'm a huge supporter. And I just want to spread some light, some love, and some awareness. So go shop with Simply 100. And if you're looking to get your business or brand out there, you can definitely get with us, man. Just contact us via DM. You know what I mean? You can hit me in the DM, Q in the DM, or just directly DM the network page, and we'll give you the other means of contact to be able to more so directly communicate with us. And yeah, man, we just want to bring as much light and love and energy and connect you to your right audience to be able to get you out there, because what good is having value if you're not visible? So visibility matters. If you got a good product and nobody knows about it, you're America's best kept secret, and we want to prevent you from being that. So get with us. And since we on the topic, we got a staffing agency, man. Me and Q have partnered up to create a staffing agency. He has a background in HR. I have a background in marketing, consulting, and just relationships in total. And we decided to come together and say, you know what? Let's fill some vacancies. Let's get people some jobs. So if you need a job, man, just text the word. It might be job, actually. I don't know. I forgot what the word is. But just text us at 267-623-3695. Once again, you can text us at 267-623-3695. And, man, we can get you hired. So we always trying to pair the right team members to the right employers to create great outcomes. So let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Holiday season.
We didn't talk about
the holiday season. Let's go.
Yeah, because, we all in reflective sense. And
New Year, new me.
We skipped over a lot of other shit that
forgot
last year. So how was my goddaughter's? Fuck your Christmas. How was my goddaughter's Christmas?
Well, let's go back to Thanksgiving.
Fair. A lot of holiday season.
Yeah, a lot of holiday season.
Since your birthday, yeah.
Shit, my birthday party. How would you experience it? How would you experience at the birthday party?
Birthday party was dope.
Last year we filmed right afterwards, and we did a whole, hangover, sunglasses, and Advil episode. Next day.
Right. Yes.
So we didn't get to do that this time.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's been some time. So how was your experience at the birthday?
No, it was dope because that was, it was Philly that time. This time was Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was one, you know, again, it's always dope to just, you know, hang with y'all on some not just recording shit, just on some super casual shit, whatever. Yeah. So it was the whole weekend on top of that. So, you know, first, I forgot what was, you know what, it was a lot of shit going on. But, you know, we did the karaoke, the dinner, the party. It was dope.
Did we play basketball? We played basketball. Or
yeah, we went to the gym.
Oh yeah, we worked out.
Like, you know, so it was dope to be down there for the week.
What's the fucking rookie?
Got Norman, yo, you gotta watch him.
He called you by your gun.
But you know, so it was dope to be down there, you know, to celebrate you for the whole weekend, whatever.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all for coming.
For sure. I was gonna say this as well. Shout out to the ladies, because you know last year's party, you know, going to the party, I'm like, what to expect? What to expect? And I can't lie, no smut or shade. I was pleasantly surprised last year. The ladies looked great last year. Everybody looked nice, whatever, this and that. Nobody disappointed. But this year, we was in Atlanta. You know, because Philly is Philly, but Atlanta is Atlanta. So
there you have it.
I'll just leave it like that. It was a little different, little crop of women in attendance this time. Like,
you gotta give them context. Was it up or down though?
Oh, it was up. It was up. Elevation. It's only up from like, you know, where we be at. And I was like, I get it. Yeah. Atlanta.
Yeah, the upkeep a little different.
Yeah, it's true what they say. Yeah. So shout out to the ladies in attendance this year.
Big shout out to the ladies that came out. Big shout out to everybody that helped us make it a successful weekend. Extremely grateful. Now,
and how was it from you?
Nah, so for me, it was dope. It was my first time doing it on the road, essentially. Of course, there's some sense of, there's always a little bit of nervousness when you're doing something for the first time, but at the same time, I was excited to just see. I'm like, let me just see what I can do. Like, let me just see what the compound interests of building certain relationships materialized into. And to be able to see the people that did come out to support me and celebrate me, it was super duper dope. And I'm super grateful. And I had a good time. Definitely ran into a couple rough patches that weekend.
Right. Life going life.
Yeah, but God going God. And it was what it was, and it is what it is. So I had a great time. But then, you know, we went right into Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was awkward this year. Well, for Thanksgiving, it was awkward because normally me and my family be more in alignment with how we do things. I had a goal to get things done a certain way. A couple family members had another plan, created unnecessary conflict, and it ended up being just like everybody's kind of dispersed and did like all types of shit. So I ended up like flying in for like 3 hours to eat and then like flying back out.
Thanks for the plate.
Yeah, literally like to go. Let me get my shit to go. But outside of that, man, Thanksgiving was smooth, you know. And then for Christmas, I did have your goddaughter. You know what I'm saying? Her Christmas was good. I was actually happy. My little cousin came down as well, and we went to my friend's crib on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve, had dinner, you know, talked and just politicked with let the kids play. Then Christmas, we didn't really do much. I did make breakfast. Didn't get her no gifts on Christmas because I didn't shop before Christmas, so I shopped afterwards, or whatever the case may be. But it was still a good vibe. It was actually just good to have her for the holiday, for the whole season. Going up to New Year's, we went to go see the fireworks, and I was really realizing like what's so important about this times is just like the things like my daughter, my youngest is 10 now, so just hearing some of the things that she's going through, which I want to talk about like for totality of just being parents and just being able to like learn in real time. Like I'm gonna pass it to you so you can talk about your holiday before I tell you all the things that I learned in that season of just these last couple of weeks of her just being with me through. From going from before Christmas to through the New Year. Okay. And then, you know, just send her ass back today.
Gotcha. Yeah, so my holiday season was pretty good as well. The Thanksgiving, my family, you know, we historically don't really do nothing big. It used to be my mom crib, you know, when I lived there, this and that, whatever. Since I moved out a few years now, I typically have gone back. But then she moved, so now I was like, we just do it at my spot. I got a new spot, you got a new spot. My spot kind of better, so let's just do it at my crib, whatever. Like, so you know, she had a little pushback on that, like, oh, why am I bringing some food there if it's at your spot?
God, just show up and eat, grandma.
Yeah, so you know, whatever. So you know, it was all good. Actually, and my wife, she brought some of her family over. Dope. Really made her happy, whatever. So I was happy to see her happy.
Yeah, because you know, you just isolate her, put her on the island. She don't get to talk to her family.
For sure. Like, you know, but no, like, you know. Her family got, you know, back to alignment. Her family got their own alignment issues. So for you know, it was an occasion where they was on the same page. Yeah. So they was able to come over. I could tell that really gave her joy. So regardless of how I felt about it, because again, I could beat to myself and be totally fine. So I was happy to see her happy. And then Christmas, so I got, you know, grandmas being in their bag. And grandma, so my mom got mad at me how I handled Christmas this year or whatever, because now my daughter's 5. So I'm the type of person, I don't know about you, when I was a kid, I was the type of person, don't take me to GameStop, buy the game in front of me December 1st, and then say, oh, you gotta wait till December 25th to play it, though. I hated that shit. I thought it was torture. I see the fucking game. Now I was wrapping up the fucking tree for no fucking reason. This is fucking dumb as shit. Give me the fucking game. And I wasn't a kid. I'm not gonna wake up on Christmas and be like, what did I get today? No, I know exactly what I got. I'm going upstairs to play the fucking game. Like, I was totally fine with
You also are different.
Fair. So I've always said, back then, when I have a kid, I'm gonna just give it to him whenever you...
I seen that in your story. You was letting Queen play with her toys on like the 12.
Facts. Straight from the Amazon box. Hey, here you go.
Like, at least I'm not the parent that make you wait for your toys. I'm like, we're going to test that theory.
And on top of that, I ain't rapping shit either. So there you go. It's right there. And she was happy. So she ended up calling my mom in excitement on the 12th. And was like, oh, baby, I got this. She called me immediately. So you trying to rob my grandchild of her innocence and her joy of life and this and that, no experience. You didn't go do this. It was the whole thing, whatever. It ended with me saying, Mom, I don't give a fuck. Like, what are we talking about? Is anything. So she had several gifts throughout the month of December. And on Christmas, she didn't really get shit. From me, at least. But my wife got her a few things. I was surprised because she was saying, like, I'm going to wrap her up some stuff. I'm like, sure, whatever you do. But she ended up wrapping a few gifts. I was pleasantly surprised. And she liked it. And I don't know if you ever went through this with kids. Every parent has been through this at least once, I think. You get your kid all this shit, extravagant gifts or whatever, and they play with the most... Now, Queen love boxes. She do love boxes, but also it could be just the most basic gift.
Absolutely.
So my wife, I don't know where she got this from. She got her a vacuum. Like a little mini vacuum.
She might be thinking ahead. Like, I might need to get. I wasn't familiar with her game.
Start the game how you want to end the game. Yeah,
like, I need to take a page out of her book.
And she, mind you, it was a bullshit vacuum on top of that. Like, I'm not sure it was a toy vacuum. I don't know.
Work.
Trying to do work. It wasn't vacuum enough to me, honestly, because Queen was all around the entire fucking day into the next day. And she can carry left ball the fucking shit we got or whatever, so that was funny. And the new year was cool. I feel like after that we just coasted into the new year. I was off. I always try to take off the last 2 weeks of the year. I feel just bullshit to work at that time, whatever. So I just been, chilling after that.
Were you off, or did you miss a word?
I was off. Intentional. No.
Not this time.
Boy, good. No, coming up. Impending.
By the time y'all see this.
No, I was intentionally off. And, I go back soon, actually, for my next few days.
Before the late come in.
Sometimes you got to use your time before it takes time for you.
That's a good philosophy.
Yeah.
But no, to your point, I actually can understand where your mom coming from. Because I do feel like our innocence was stripped of us. I'll never forget my god brother was like, y'all believe in Santa Claus? And me and my brother young, and we young adolescent, we like, yeah, Santa's gonna. He like, man, this is what y'all do. We talking about around 3 a.m. to sit at the top of the step. You're gonna see Santa coming through the house. Because my mom and them had this real tradition where it'd be no gifts under the tree. So it's not that it was like we knew
did
we
all
had
that night.
Yeah, they wrapped everything. By the time you used to come downstairs to my mom's crib, every couch was full because it was all of us. My oldest brother, he wasn't there, but at least, at minimum, it was me, my brother, and my sister. Because I got an older sister and an older brother who probably was like all on their way out the house when I was like getting to certain ages. But my sister and my brother, it would be like, my mom had 3 couches. So it'd be her couch flooded with toys and clothes, or mainly clothes because she was like a teenager. Our shit flooded with toys. Then a tree flooded. Then she might put some shit together in the basement because we had got a pool table one year, air hockey table. You see our system set up. Like, she did like her whole drawing. Like, Christmas was like a big thing in my crib. So I remember when he did that, honestly, when I see my mom, my step-up coming and carrying our bikes and shit, I still was a little bit naive and delusional. Like, maybe they just helping Santa. Like, then that nigga just flat out told us, like, yo, Santa not real. That's your mom and them, da-da-da. And it really made me kind of stop caring about being good. Because I'm like, I was being good thinking it was this big white motherfucker that was kind of like, had this naughty list essentially. And now that I know that it's my fucking mom and my step-pop, like, you feel me? Like, fuck I'm doing that for? So when she said the innocence part, in a way, believe it or not, it did strip a little bit of my innocence because it would make me stop buying into the myth. So I don't know if it's a good or indifferent thing, but I just know that for sure I can see some validity to it.
So I actually, to that point, I agree. Like, he's fucked up individual. It's like, no. But like, no, like
he's fucked up individual.
Yeah, fucked up individual. Like, this nigga has no heart. Like,
that nigga crazy with that, right? Nigga told us sit at the top of the step. And we gonna see Santa.
I even told him on the phone, like, Mom, I'm actually not robbing her of innocence because it's not like I'm saying like fuck Santa, it's not real.
No, yeah.
So I actually think that I get it how they could be together, but I think they are 2 different acts. I'm like, I'm not causing like a permanent change of perspective. I'm not saying
you just
like,
never introduced her to it.
Yeah, like so it's like
yeah.
you still to me that'd be like I'm not getting you shit.
Yeah.
Like because it's like
I don't believe in these holidays.
Yeah, like it's like yo, like then it's like now some people do change their but like not because her being as a grandma being even more frustrated because you actually had these traditions, these experiences. Not even talking about because you don't believe it now. I can see that can be a little nuanced. Like no, I still believe it. I think and also because I think it also goes into roles. Whereas like oftentimes I think the dad is the one upholding these type of decorative type traditions. Usually it's the woman and the mom, whatever.
Oh, I was about to say definitely the women doing that shit.
Right.
I thought you said the dad. I'm like, when the fuck?
The dad isn't the one doing it, whatever. Yeah. So like, I like it and appreciate and respect it. I cherish those memories, but I'm not about to fucking spearhead that shit. Yeah, so it's like because my wife, because she cuts her upbringing, she don't have those. She's into it from like a aesthetic thing, whatever.
Of course.
But she never actually did it. So for her to actually spearhead it, she don't be having
she don't have the bandwidth or the know-how.
Right. Yeah. So that leaves us doing nothing. Yeah. So in the day, she still get gifts. Yeah. She's fine. I think she'd be in therapy for these reasons. Yeah. So it's like, who gives a fuck, grandma? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I think, that's like, to me, it seemed like the parenting method where you know how like we do for our kids what wasn't done for us. And I feel like because you said you naturally like, why the fuck I gotta wait? You're like, that's like the basics of what somebody would do in your position. Like, I'm not going to do what I didn't like. Now, my daughter get older and be like, Dad, I ain't really like you did that. Then maybe she'll change it for her kid. Right. But you did what you did with your hand. Like, so I get it. And your mom did what she did with her hand. I think that, and it's not like she got siblings and stuff. So, if she got something on Christmas and kids don't have a concept of time. Like, they don't know it's Christmas. Like, I think that like we forget that like 3, 4, 5-year-olds can't read. They don't have a concept of time. They don't know what day of the week it is. So, like, what else we tell them what's going on? They literally just like, all right, today's Christmas Eve. All right, cool. Tomorrow I get gifts. But if you just give them gifts, I don't think they're gonna complain. Hold this till next week, nigga. Like, what are you doing? You're fucking up the tradition. So
Grandma was like, so she's gonna wake up on whatever day it was.
It was definitely like Wednesday though.
You're just gonna wake up on Wednesday. It's not gonna be Christmas. I'm like, it's still Christmas.
But it's definitely just Wednesday for her. Like without a tree, with no know-how, I'm pretty sure she don't know what day it is. Like, and say she's looking at her calendar, like, what day? It's about to be Christmas.
Like, why this shit ain't up yet?
Like, y'all running behind this day.
I do like that method. My mom, she was the builder. She did everything by December 1st, whatever, and she would wrap some stuff the night before. But I like 0 to 100 in one night. That's cool.
I ain't gonna cap. Like that was our Christmas every year to the point where like we anticipated it. Like we would get up at 6 in the morning. Like, I don't know how they did it, bro. Because we ain't go to bed till 2. Right. And they used to be like, yo, go upstairs, go to bed. We up. And then whatever that little 3-4 hour window, and I would have to ask my mom, I would have to ask her, like, how did y'all do that? Because it was a lot of stuff. Like there was a lot.
Y'all built a pool table in 2 hours.
Like air hockey pool, this all one Christmas. Like
I had an air hockey table.
And then me and my brother, I don't know if we was creative or if it was just our differences, whereas though we always got 2 different systems. So we always had a fucking Xbox and a PlayStation, a Dreamcast and a this. Like, we never had, because like I want a PlayStation, he want Xbox. He want a GameCube, I want the Dreamcast. It's like we always wanted different shit. I want a pool table, he want an air hockey table. But in turn, we getting double. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I can't get one something without getting other because they not gonna share. So it's like we never shared shit. It was my game. It was his. That's kind of taught us boundaries too. It was literally like, nigga, you can't play my game. Nigga, you can't play my game. And we playing each other game. Nigga, you can't play my game no more. So that kind of made us, in a sense, have those strong boundaries with our shit. Like I won't even say possessive, but we very respectful of the stuff that's ours. Like, don't touch my shit.
Ready to pivot?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I had a thought. I said it before on the show, whatever. But right before me and my wife got married, I think either before or right after, whatever. We said, one of our, let's say, vows. One of the things we agreed to not do is never speak about divorce. Yeah. Once we speak about that, it's over. And in real time, I was like, that sounds cool. I agree with that. Whatever. Why not? Whatever.
So you got mad.
But no, honestly, no. Well, until recently, I realized like possibly still could be a honeymoon phase. We're not, because she pissed me off before. But I realized maybe the power in that vow. Because, I was the type of person, because I'm always trying to use foresight, looking down the line. My friends always joke, like, you talk about breaking up a lot with your girl. Like, because I'm that guy. Like, she pissed me off. I'm like, we break up now. This what happened. Like, like, I think about a lot of shit.
Consideration is crazy.
Yeah, I think about a lot of shit through these 10 years of, like, not even with big dramatic arguments. I'd be like, 5 years now. What did I really lose? Like, I've thought about it all, whatever. But since that conversation, I truly haven't thought about it once. Even through the arguments or annoyances or whatever, it's been like, no, like, It is what it is. It's not even you know, we were never type like break up, make up, whatever. But you know, there's been times like, yo, like if you keep on this, it's like where else we gonna go from here? We've been on type of those tense conversations, whatever. But since then, it hasn't even been that where it's like, yo, like I'll leave it's like, no, literally like we just can't leave now. Like it's kind of is what it is.
Sign the contract.
And if we do, then once somebody bring it up, it's like it's probably that whatever type shit. So like. That's just something that was just stood out to me. So I don't know if, you know, since you are a marriage kind of man, I know you are intentional with your words, I don't know if you have any thoughts about those type of I know you believe in breaks versus breakups, but also idea of like, no, like, we shouldn't even speak about certain things unless it's to that point, whatever. So
I've heard my therapist and like her husband, I don't want to misquote, but I believe they've said the same thing. Like they don't say the D word, essentially. So, and remember what I said in relationships, you know, you solve conflicts differently and more effectively when you take leaving off the table. So it's like the moment I take it out of my head that's even a possibility, it forces me into new possibilities. Like, okay, if we can't leave each other, then what can we do to make this better? Because we still have to coexist in these spaces, and we want it to be healthy and we want it to be enjoyable. We don't want it to be a thing where it's like I'm despising you to the point where everything you do just make my stomach turn, or I'm irritated or annoyed, or everything I do to you that used to be cute is corny now. It's like, you know, we literally despise each other, and it's like now we just here for what? But if you like, all right, like let's find better ways to get back to the grounded, essentially, nobody got to leave, because a break is okay and it won't warrant a breakup. And breaks don't even necessarily mean like a legit, you know how them fake breaks were like, oh, you do you for the next couple months. No, I'm talking about like a break where it's like, go do something for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always tell people, like, I cherish and value and respect people who are able to forgive in real time their spouse to be able to stay together. I'm not talking about be tolerating each other. I'm talking about really being able to still love a person that you don't even fucking like. Like, I don't even like you today, but I still love you. Like, tomorrow when I wake up, I love you. But today, I don't even fucking like you. If it ain't that, then I don't want it. Like, I want to be able to love you on the days I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I still want to get back to liking you again, though, because you just don't want it to just be love. It's like, then it'd be like, you could love somebody, so I'm a man. I'm duty bound. It's like, all right, I love you, so I'm going to take care of you, but I don't like you, so I don't want to touch you. I don't like you, so I don't want to be around you. I don't like you, so I don't want to spend time with you. I want to love you, and I want to like you. And the only way to get back to liking somebody after so much turmoil and turbulence and issues is to forgive and to reset, recenter, regroup, and then renew and refresh. And then you're like, all right, you know what? I actually like you again. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of couples never get back to liking each other. They literally have love, and it's like, I love you so much to not leave you, or I just love what we built and what we've done, but I truly can't stand you. I really don't fucking like you. And for me, even just thinking about, like, you would almost rather a woman like you, because like when she like you, that's when she's like willing to give effort. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say, oh no, but the thing she'll do when she love you, what? Start to disrespect you more? Like start to be more irritated by the shit you do? What? Like tolerate you a little bit, but like she not getting sexy for you. She not motherfucking getting dressed up for you. She not looking to impress you because she don't fucking like you. Making a plate. She not making a plate. But when she like you, she performing. She wants your approval. She wants your validation. So it's like, for me, it's like, yeah, I want you to love me, but I want you to like me more, because me understanding that love is an emotion and your emotions fluctuate. You'll love me one day, then I don't do something, now I'm this, then I do something, now I'm the best in the world again. But when you like me, all that shit go out the window, because the little things matter. You just happy I text you back. You just happy I looked at you. You just happy I complimented your hair and noticed it. You just happy that, you know, we're going out and we spending time. You just want to be near me. I'm in the gym working out. You're admiring me. We going to do something. We just riding around. It ain't all expensive. You just happy to be in my presence. But when you don't like me, but you love me, you start to just expect all of those things, and it's just like everything is just tolerate. You want me to do that? I got it. Nah, fuck all that. Yeah, like, have some love for me, but since you can just like me, like I get way more out of you when you like me.
Super side note, but related. I ever tell you about the time that Lena said she didn't like me?
She had a fucking fences moment.
Who says I got to like you?
You think who you got clothes in your back? Did you have a meal this morning?
Put breath in your body.
Like, who the fuck said you think I did that because I like you, nigga? You know how many times I told my daughter that the other day, and it's my own little way when she bought me some cologne. We should talk about that, her Christmas gift she got me. Which is crazy because I'm triggered, but let's get back to your fences moment. Your mom don't like you.
Yeah, but no, it was my fault though. So long story shorter, you know, I've always talked shit. I always told stories. My mom pissed me off one day, whatever. So I was texting my friends, who I thought So
I thought it was a safe
I was
space.
airing her the fuck out. This fucking bitch.
This fucking is crazy. Hey, yo.
Fucking always burning me the fuck out.
this boy is
Drooling,
crazy.
dumbass shit. Always on my fucking back, this and that. When I hit send, I felt so refreshed. Like,
Then he ain't know
I'm
that
good.
shit was getting leaked.
So what happened was we was at my grandma's house. She was burning me the fuck out on the way to my grandma's house. Get to my grandma, speaking of couches. I'm on one couch. She on the other couch directly across from me. She talking shit, whatever, to my grandma. I'm just sitting there like, this fuck is like, she just get her randomly, smack the shit out of me. Like, she like, next time you talking shit about me, don't send it to me, dumbass. Like,
You sent it to her?
send it to her by accident.
That's why you felt refreshed.
I was like,
that's why you felt
14,
renewed.
something like that.
You felt
like,
so free. You sent it to her.
how I really feel. So
That's anything, bro. What?
So what happened was,
That's crazy, Ricky. He said, you heard what he
What he
said?
said?
He'd rather send a nude.
hey, yo, this
This
guy,
guy's different. We might think, we got him evaluated. We got to do a disc assessment for this nigga. We got to figure out his personality.
So
type.
what he been through.
Yeah, what the fuck going on?
But so it was this whole. Then I was like, my life was on the line because I'm thinking she about to kill me. My stepdad gonna kill me. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But she truly did not talk to me for days. And now, empathy issues. Me, I was like,
Maybe I should do that.
I got
Maybe
easy.
I
They
did.
good, all right, whatever. And then one day she just cornered me in the kitchen. She's like, "So you really gonna do that? And not even like." I did say sorry after, but it was like you could tell like cop and please. Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry I got caught.
Yeah, like you could tell that type of tone, whatever. So she said, so you really just not gonna say nothing, not apologize, not really do anything sincere. And I could tell she was actually really hurt. And she was like, yo, like I love you all my heart, but it's the first time in my life I realized I don't like you. And that shit crushed me. Like I was like, shit. And I really had to humble myself. 'Cause I was so in like fight or flight mode of like, yo, let's not talk about it because I don't want to get fucked up, this and that, whatever. And I realized like I had to be a man and like say, I'm sorry, mom. Like I still stand on what I said. Cause like saying I had to flip it. I'm like, you talk about my mom all the time. Like literally, like, you know, I apologize you seeing what you saw, but I was frustrated. It wasn't I don't love you no less. You still my mom, but it's like, I'm sorry you saw it though, and I truly do apologize. So, but when she said I don't like you, and it never even crossed my mind of like that we had that level of a relationship. Yeah. Cause I see that her and my grandma doing, other people don't, whatever. Yeah. But we had that bond. Like, oh, like yeah, you love me, you do whatever for me. But you know, we get along. Like, we can talk for hours, and cause we like each other.
Yeah, so going down to
yeah. So definitely a difference though.
I ain't gonna lie. I told I want to say my oldest daughter. I might have told both of them at some point, but it's like, yeah, I'm your dad, and I got a duty and a responsibility, you know, to take care of you. And I want to have a real relationship with you. Like, I don't want a phony relationship. I don't want a forced relationship. And we don't have to like each other. And what I mean by that is like, if you do things that are like outside of the things that I would deal with in a person that I consider a friend, you know, I don't have to like your character. Like, but I want to. I want to like your character, but you can't lie to me and think I'm gonna like your character. You can't be manipulative and think I'm gonna like your character. You can't talk about me behind my back and think I'm gonna be okay with that because I'm your dad, because I'm human. And I was like, all right, cool, let me put it in perspective. How would you feel if you discovered these things as me being your dad and I said these about you? You would be crushed. So for me, it's the same. Like, I don't want you to ever lose sight of the fact that, yes, I'm your dad, but at the same time, I'm still a human, I'm still a man. And if I gotta take care of you. You know, I gotta raise you to a certain degree, but at the same time, I don't have to fuck with you. And don't fuck with you don't mean I'm gonna fucking, you know, sit here and just stonewall you and just not answer the phone or just do some shit like that. But it just mean like I wanna genuinely enjoy being your dad and having that rapport. Like, my kids are good people. You know, now to my trigger sense of Christmas gifts. Right. My daughter, I'm so grateful. Thank you, baby. Probably gonna watch this. Appreciate you. She know I love cologne. She brought me some cologne. Shout out to her. You know what I mean? She did the best she could. My daughter get her own little money. You know, she do odd jobs. You know, she make people pay for them. So I love it. You know, she's an entrepreneur. So she took her bread and brought me some cologne. You know, she didn't give me a Versace. She got me Versante. Versante. It's close enough. Okay. Look the same.
It's in the same family.
Yeah, it's his cousin. Cousin, brother, some type of relative. But she got her mom Dior. I didn't know that.
That's kind of crazy.
So when I got my Versace, I was appreciative. I was grateful. I'm like, yeah, baby, good job. I see you tried. When I found out her mom got Dior,
that's kind of crazy.
I was taken back by it because I'm like, whoa. The Versace was too expensive, but the Dior fit the budget. Like, what the fuck? Like,
it's like one gotta go.
But mine had to go,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
good.
like, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, all right, cool. Now I know next time I see them Walmart sneakers that look like the shoes you want, I know which one to get. Like, what's the difference?
Payless still open?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll find the closest thing to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so shout out to my baby girl for getting me a gift. I'm super grateful, super thankful. I just thought that was interesting.
A for effort? Was it effort?
She get a V for Versace. That's what the fuck she get. And I wore it yesterday though. I told her I would wear it. She's got, you wear your cologne? Yeah, you wear your cologne? Yeah. So we was going to the airport. I wore it, whatever the case. It don't last. It's a parfum, ironically. She got it from Five and Below. She paid $27 for it. So I guess she went to the Five and Beyond section. But it was $27. I wore it. It didn't make it to the airport as far as in the potency of it. But she was happy. I was happy. Yeah. And I got it up with my collection because ultimately my daughter is a gift-giving motherfucker. She loves spending money on people. She's a super big-hearted person. And she really was like, she was pressing me like 12 o'clock Christmas Day. Open your gift. I'm like, baby, let me wake up. Like, and that was the only gift I got. So, and I was just sitting there thinking like, I'm like, dang, like, I really love my kids. And I was just like, yo, it's just funny as shit when you really just think about having kids and you just looking at them and you seeing like how they love it. Oh, yeah. I told my daughter, because I had to realize that I needed more patience. Like, if this last stretch of her being with me exposed my lack of patience. Now, I know, you would be on the phone sometimes, you hear it, you be like, yo, free Nevaeh, like, let her out. But if y'all understood how active she is and, like, you'll see. But for me, I had to realize and get better, like, you know what? This isn't like, I have to get this point across, but I have to get it across in a more patient way. So, it stretched my patience. So by the end of the time duration of her being with me through this season, I definitely felt like my patience has increased like drastically to the point where I started coming up with different communication approaches to get through to her, making her understand why I was frustrated by certain things. Because a lot of it were just things that just like, it's like some shit is like a kid, some shit is expected, but some things is like, we have to work on this. Like we have to do character development in these ways. So it definitely, it helped me in that way. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, what I was going to say about it was attached to it was a bigger picture, but it'll come back to me. But ultimately, I definitely was just appreciating that season and realizing that I definitely needed more patience for how I approach things with her because she's still a kid. I even said to her, I said, yo, baby, because she was just like 2 seconds later, I yell at her and she just still in a fucking happy mood. And I'm like, yo, you get yelled at so much and you still the fucking happiest kid. Like, she don't take nothing personal. Like, she get in trouble, she gonna try to lie, try to not take accountability. Then 2 seconds later, she right back to normal. Like, nothing just happened. I'm like, how the fuck do you laugh and smile 2 seconds later? Like, you're still happy after just getting in trouble, knowing you did some bullshit, but at the same time, she's not holding it against us. Like, she not like, oh, my parents can't stand me, I'm about to go sit in the corner and be away from everybody. 2 seconds later, she just like, she still give you a hug, she still like be happy. And I'm just like, yo, like, that's really dope to be able to, in real time, get in trouble, know you did some bullshit, be mad for getting in trouble, but at the same time, 2 minutes later, not be mad at your parents. Because me, my mom used to have this wall up before she knocked it down. We used to go behind that wall. I said everything on the other side of that wall. I can't stand this house. I can't wait. I'm running away. Like, she don't do none of that. She just like
I said, how I was with the text. I'm always talking shit. Like, yeah. Like.
Well, I mean, your text, you got caught up. That wasn't efficient.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but to that point, that was me. I always was pissed off. Yeah, like, it was never like 2 seconds later.
Putting the B word is crazy. And I know you did it. But this is what I was going to say about being parents, man. This is one of the things that I want to talk to parents about. And it's just like, I want you to understand, like, we are responsible for our children's conflict resolution skills. And we have to do an intentional job at teaching them how to resolve conflicts effectively. The only conflict resolution that y'all give them is if somebody hits you, make sure you hit them back. That's it. That's all the advice I was ever given as a kid when it came to conflict. Somebody hit you, make sure you hit them back. I want to challenge us as this generation that's supposed to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware, emotionally mature, survived all this trauma therapy, to project that onto our kids. Project handling conflict. Like, stop sending them out into school by just making them think that, if this friend do that, they not your friend, they not really your friend, or this person don't really, like, y'all are projecting divisiveness onto them and then wondering why they can't maintain relationships through life. And unfortunately, it happened to us. We didn't get conflict resolution skills that told us how to talk through things and disagreements and being able to say, yo, your friend might not like the same color as you. Your friend might not want to do the same things as you. That don't mean they're not your friend. that just means that they're into different things, and this is how you accept them from. Or if somebody don't like you, this is how you handle that. You don't necessarily got to handle somebody not liking you with you not liking them, or you meeting them where they at, or you trying to feel like the only way to defend yourself is to go and resort to aggression or resort to disrespect or insults and things like that. Teaching them how to process. Look, if somebody is not your cup of tea, that's okay. Even if they have things going on with them, when they try to make you feel a certain way about yourself, you don't have to internalize these things. And all because you got to understand, the most conflict you're going to face in life is as a child. Like, most of your fights and conflicts and disagreements happen in childhood. If you're an adult and you still got a lot of conflict, you're still about crash out. You fucking crash out. Like, I have no advice for you, nigga. Like, seek therapy. But it mainly happens from the moment they go to school to the moment they graduate school, and we can only hope that in adulthood they regulate themselves enough to not be still getting into drama and violence or whatever the case may be, or just resorting to conflict. It starts with how we tell them to walk into the world. So we teach them proper conflict resolution, how to discuss and talk through disagreements, how to understand differences and perspectives and point of views, and be able to still stay steadfast in who they are without just telling them if somebody hit you, hit them back. We can stop them from having so much drama and trauma going through their childhood, and they can get into the world and actually be a fully functioning adult with confidence and knowing that if conflicts arise, because they will happen at the job, it will happen in relationships, it will happen in friendships, but it don't have to be the end all be all. Like, the first conflict don't gotta end the relationship. The first conflict don't gotta end the fucking work relationship or the job, and it don't gotta end the friendship, because you know since a child that I can accept differences in perspective, differences in views, or even people not messing with me like that, and I don't have to go and match their energy by just saying, well, if somebody hits you, that's why everybody on attack mode. You say something disrespectful to me, I'm disrespecting you back. You come at me, I'm coming for you. It's like, nah, just teach conflict resolution in a multitude of ways, and it starts with us learning how to do it. But if we say we this generation of emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, and emotional regulation, then that come behind learning conflict resolution. You can't say that you that if you don't know how to resolve and dissolve a conflict effectively.
100% agree with that. What I was gonna say was, first book I finished was first book you finished.
The Four Agreements.
Right. And I just think about, as we say all the time, fundamental thing of just like being in alignment and just on the right path in life, whatever, just like as an individual. And I think one-on-one conflict resolution is just truly don't take nothing personal.
Literally.
Yeah, like I think
not personal.
Yeah, huh?
No, I said it's not personal.
Right, yeah. Like, if every child is raised with that, like, jammed into their mind of like whatever the teacher, the kid, the friend, the boy, the girl, the coach. Yeah. Half your frustration, if not most, will be just wanting to just fall off your shoulder. It's like, it wasn't personal. It was like, and I think those type of just teachings and just sayings and reiterations will just that's what it. I think before you even get, because you still right, of course. Before you get to like communicating and resolving and kind of troubleshooting matters or whatever. But before you even get to that part, I was like, how are you even process information in the first place?
100%.
Like taking it personal or
100%.
making assumptions.
100%.
Like before you even
get Four Agreements.
Yeah, before you even get there, how do you even process it?
100%.
And then that would do most of the work for you.
It's funny you even say that, because that's exactly what I told my daughter when she was like, yeah, now I got to go back to school. The reason I even mentioned it, because she was like, now I got to go back to school and deal with something, because my goddaughter took her phone and texted one of the little girls something. It was some little fourth grade drama shit. And she was like, yeah, now I got to go back to deal with this, and they're going to try to take my best friend away from me and turn her against me. And that's what I'm in real time. Like, normally I try to just be like, baby, you worried about the wrong shit, right? I'm like, wait, let me actually process what's happening here, and let me give my daughter some actual tools that she can use that's going to be beneficial for how to handle this situation. And it made me think, how many parents just bypass those conversations? Because for her, this is a big thing. Like, you got to think, like, we in school, like, Ella, you could not avoid conflict. Like, literally, somebody don't like you, still got to go to school the next day. Like, you having, you had to go to school unless you literally fear at 104. You still had to get up and face whatever. You couldn't run from nothing in grade school. So I had to put myself back in those shoes. I'm like, dang, you need courage in this moment. So I was just like, you know what? Don't take it personal. If any friend that could be turned against you is not your friend. Flat out, like, no friend of yours will allow somebody else to turn them into a not friend unless they was already on the fence. And you don't want no friend that's on the fence because they unstable. That's not a real friendship. And I'm like, don't take it personal, but at the same time, just understand. And this is when I started to be like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to teach her conflict resolution skills, where how she can handle that, so it don't have to go where she thinking she got to fight somebody or whatever. Now, granted, it is the old cliche, Somebody hit you, you hit their ass back. You know, if they come in arms reach, you back them up.
End all be all.
End all be all. But before we get to the end all be all, let's talk about a way you can approach it, just to kind of let it be what it is. And even if she can't master the tool right now, at least she got it in her archive, in her toolbox, essentially.
Yeah, put some shots up with it.
Yeah, essentially, you know. And I think that to your point is like, if we teach our kids how to process, they won't process things the wrong way. Because everything in life comes down to how you interpret it. Everything. I feel like understanding that if you see life through the perspective of your pain, you will filter everything to be an attack. It's really just that simple. Everybody has to be against you because that's what life has always shown you. So you're going to constantly seek out things to make you realize, and what we call confirmation bias, you have to be right. So you're like, I got to be right. I think this, so this is what it is. So you seek out things to validate what you already feel. But if you go into things feel like nothing is personal and everything is because of whatever somebody else is going through and has nothing to do with you, you won't take personal none of the breakups, you won't take personal none of the conflicts because you realize that that's more on them than it is on me, even when it seemed like it's directed at me. And if we don't work on a mindset to help them process, we find to where though they start going into situations and they become crash outs.
And I think
they think, oh, you coming at me? I'm going one up you.
And I think to your point, why you said a lot of parents may not take the opportunity to work through that problem with the child is I think a lot of times parents and adults don't respect like the autonomy or like the boundaries on just those type of things of children.
That's a fact.
And I know I was
unfortunately, but that's
yeah.
Sure.
And I know the book I finished all about love. A lot of it, of course, on face value, like, yeah, love, relations, whatever. But a lot of it was about like love with children, because it's like, it's crazy, but it's like, no, like, how do you love your child? How are you loved as a child? Yeah. And that's also going to trickle down a cycle, because how are you displaying and conveying it to your child, and they're gonna grow up and it's a whole cycle, whatever. That's the whole thing. And it's like how we raise children, how we instill things in them, like it's all coming from the place of love. And how do you want to display that love? And I know we talk about our discussion off the mic about like your goddaughter, how much you covenant that relationship, whatever. And I remember you say like, no, like, because I respect her as a person and I value the relationship, I wouldn't like go against her trust, or if she says she want me to say something, I'm not gonna say it because I respect her as an individual.
Yeah, even though she's a kid.
Yeah, some people feel like, that's a kid, who gives a fuck? Like, no, like you, like they really don't respect the autonomy at all. Like, no, like.
And for context, it's like he was actually saying, we was having a conversation like being godparents and like things that become confidential, like what do you notify the parent about? And that's a very touchy topic because it is a slippery slope. But I do wholeheartedly respect the boundaries. Like the way I look at it, like everything ain't privilege, but certain things are. So it's like
some people think nothing.
Yeah. Somewhere other people think nothing is privilege. Like if it's something that's literally like a detriment to my god kid and the parents have, of course I'm gonna tell our parents. But if it's just like some personal preference shit, it's like I felt like you made me the goddad to make a discretionary call to be able to determine if this is the same way I wouldn't make nobody my daughter's goddad if they couldn't make judgment calls to be able to say, I mean, if this is something that she want to tell me, but it's not something that her mom or her dad absolutely has to know. It ain't her safety or her no shit like that. Yeah, no, I respect it. You know what I mean? But I think at that time we was talking about, I don't know what we were talking. I can't remember the exact context, but I know it was probably on the lines of it borderline being like, I can't remember, but it'll come to me. Huh? Oh yeah, pregnancy. They get older, get pregnant, and they're like, I don't want my mom or my dad to know. It's like, I would let them take it to them. I'm not going to spill the beans on that. Like, I'm not. I still, at this moment, and if they be like, oh, well, why didn't you tell them? Like, because I'm going to let her tell you. I told her to tell you. That's my thing. Like, even if, like, that's what I said. Now, thanks for the context, Ricky. So, for me, it was like, I'm not going to violate the trust of, like, putting it out there. Like, but I'm going to tell you, like, yo, all right, cool, you brought this to me, but at some point you need to take this to your parents because I can't sit with this or whatever. So, and I believe that that's how it should be. It's no different than like, say, all right, you my friend, but say if I had a rapport with your wife and she told me something and I'm like, I don't like being put in that predicament. Don't fucking tell me nothing confidential. No, seriously though, please, like, tell your fucking husband. Don't tell me. I don't care. Like, I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? But if the event that even if I saw something, oh, okay, I'm not going to bring that to you because I'm not about to hurt you, but I am going to make sure she bring it to you. And and then if it ever come out, I'm like, yeah, no, I seen it and I wanted to let y'all work it out. And I didn't want to be the bearer of that. Now, if it get to a point where it's like, it's about to be like, you think it's finna be our little secret. It's not. I'm telling on you. Like, I'm absolutely going to tell them. Like, I don't want you to think we have that rapport.
Your Honor.
Like, she did it. Like, so like we cool, but like I'm gonna give you a timeline to, make sure it's cool, but we definitely not about to keep this all the way under wraps. Like, Like, I seen you do anything. I don't know. I don't want to put that on your wife character, but you see the concept, what I'm saying. So, yeah, so to your point, yeah, adults probably do overlook that and just think like, you're a kid, fuck it.
Yeah, like, else, who cares? Your friends at school, ain't a big deal. Like, no, like you said, those are real situations. And of course, not saying it's the end of the world, but right now, for a lot of times, it'd be like, it's the end of the world. Oh my God. So all it takes is just a conversation to calm their nerves and give them some perspective.
It really is the end of their world, though, in their opinion. Like, it is. Like, you gotta think the worlds are subjective. Like, we all living in our own world. So if to my daughter, her potentially having to go face a conflict at school feels like the end of the world, it probably feels like the end of the world. I'm gonna treat it like that, and I'm not gonna put it off because that literally is her world. Like, what else do her world exist? If she not school, like, what else does she have? That's a 33% of her time, but probably occupying 75% of her mind. Because when she ain't in school, she's probably thinking about what she got to do when she go back to school. And, you know, them friendships matter. The weekend is only 2 days. That's not enough of an escape. In the summer, it's about 2.5 months. That's not enough of an escape to escape 10 months of the year where you're going to be for 8 hours a day, essentially. So that is largely her world. Like, think of if some people jobs be their world as an adult. Why do we think there's a difference when it's the same time frame? You in there for the same 8 and skate. Why we think if a motherfucker having an issue at work and they're like, oh, this shit fucking in my whole job. You think the kid school shit not on the same spectrum? That's like where we just not being considerate as parents. Because as a parent, you got to be able to understand that we all living in our own reality, and wherever we spend most of our time is what largely rules our world. So if for our children, it's school and the relationships that they have in school, we have to value that the way we value our social life, our work life, because in large part, that's the world, or even a marriage, even a relationship. If something shifts in your relationship and it fucks up your whole day, why would you think that a relationship friend to friend in school can't fuck up your child's whole productivity in school? So to be that inconsiderate as a parent is just like, that requires self-work and internalizing for us to realize like they are people. Like they are not, children are people. They are young fucking people. They're people. They are not just these fucking animals or these figments of imagination. They are human beings. So we have to understand that although they aren't as experienced, which means they don't have the regulation tools, although they aren't as old, which means they don't have that many sunrises and sunsets, the fact of the matter is they are even more susceptible to not knowing how to deal with their feelings because they don't have the tools to regulate and to be able to say, oh, I've saw this before. So we have to be more gentle and patient and giving them grace while at the same time helping them develop because, again, to them, things that might seem minute or minor to us is no different than with men and women. A woman might be tripping because her nail broke, and as men, we like, what are we talking about? But to her, that shit might be, that her appearance matter. And we gotta be considerate of that. And how can we say we are good parents if we don't understand the subjectivity of their reality and what it weighs to them? It don't matter what it weighs to us. Like we like, you get over, you meet new friends, you're young, you can just meet people. It's like my heart is broke. I just lost my girlfriend. Fuck you talking about? I'm 12 and I'm gonna meet somebody else. I want to meet her. Like, you know what I mean? But you know,
it's a girl together.
Yeah, like at least I thought, like you know, little puppy love.
To your point about the generation thing as well. I would say, 'cause I think our generation, one thing I've observed is past generations was like we didn't diagnose shit. It was just like that nigga dumb.
Yeah,
that nigga crazy.
That nigga crazy.
I ain't talking to that nigga. And that's what it was, whatever. Now in our time, I believe it's actually an over-diagnosis of things, whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
And eventually things will kind of balance out with the pendulum, whatever. But that's a whole other conversation. But I think one thing our generation has done well with the idea of like respecting like autonomy of children being people is at least like not with the beating and the whoopings, whatever. I was having a conversation with my friends the other day about that, and we all, as parents who's in the room, we was like, yeah, none of us beat our kids, whatever. And I was still like, what is the line of gentle parenting though? Because everybody in the room was all saying, no, we all yell at our kids though. So
I ain't no gentle parent, but I don't beat my kids.
Right. But you know, some people will say the yell is like, whoa, like yelling is. Why do you yell at adults? Like, do you yell at other people? Do you yell at people at your workplace, whatever? So, like, why are you yelling, whatever? Like, what's the difference between you yelling at your friend versus yelling at your child? They both are people, whatever. And I understand and respect that distinguishment of it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, it was a big thing for our generation. I feel like however we landed on the same page, that I don't say most, I don't know, but a lot of us are like, we're not gonna beat the kids.
Yeah.
Because even I said in the conversation, I'm like, yeah, like I just can't even. Of course, like. I'm not mad if someone popped their kid, whatever type shit, whatever. If I had a son, I'm definitely gonna punch you in the chest eventually, probably, whatever. But it's like the idea.
I got a reason for why a man might do that though.
The idea of like stripping the kid down and getting a belt, that's really like the wildest shit ever to me.
The thing about don't bring mention.
Yeah,
man,
like
you don't
so
remember
like,
the days that have to wash up first. And get out with that water on your body.
It really was wild shit.
I can't. You know what? I still can't make sense of why that happened to us.
Suck facts.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing I feel our generation did. Was like, yo, he's not gonna do that. Like,
yeah. to your point though, as far as in yelling, I'm not even mad at that distinguishment of saying like why yell at your kids if you don't yell at adults. Especially if we prepping them for adulthood. I think that the yelling comes from the lack of patience and the frustration that boils up, and it's just like people don't understand between. There's a difference between raising your voice and yelling though. I think yelling is more like insulting, where raising your voice can be projected volume from sternness. And I think that as a man, I wouldn't say I yell at my kids. No, sometimes I yell at my kids. I'm not even, but more times than not, it's a projected volume of me being stern. But I can see how, regardless, the bass in my voice could probably still be startling. So I can see it. That's why I say, I probably do be yelling. But it's not like, yelling where it's just like it's demoralizing too. Like that's like a whole different level to it.
Sure.
But I could see how somebody could be like, yeah, if you don't yell at adults, if you could find an effective way to talk to it. But then again, most people yell at adults too.
That's what I was saying. Some people do that.
People, so let's be fair. Even with that, now I'm really thinking about it. People yell at adults. It just depends on the relationship. Ain't nobody about to yell at no stranger, right? But a husband and a wife in a relationship, they yell at each other. You think they don't?
Well, I would say some people definitely do yell at strangers.
I'm just saying, how about you? Less likely. I don't yell at strangers. I don't
think you yell at people.
Oh, well, I feel like I got the same level of passion depending on the situation. So I don't. You're right. I'm not a real yeller, but passion. I get passion. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Like, am my volume raised? But I'm not really like that's not really my temperament. So yeah, that's why. But I can see if my kid interpret it like that, where I'm like, bring your ass in here real quick, whatever. Like versus, just being able to say like, yo, come here. You know what I mean? So I'm getting more on the latter side of it, where I'm just like, yo, come here. You know what I mean? And 80% of the time is that, but it is that 20 where like I'm definitely might.
Because frustration.
Yeah, but that's the lack of patience. But when you work on your patience, you kind of dissolve that because I'm not yelling at a woman. I don't have to. Like I'm not yelling at you. Like I'm not doing all that. Like I don't have the capacity to be yelling at you. Like I don't even understand why men sign up for it. Now, granted, when we talk about yelling versus getting passionate, it's two different things. Like we men, you can get passionate while trying to. Sometimes we really do be baffled by the shit that women say and do, and just be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, but just to be like getting into a yelling match with a woman, never. I don't even argue with women. It's like you got it all day and tomorrow. We can talk. We don't have to go past a certain volume, and we don't have to use certain words. And if you do, I'm just removing myself because that's my best defense. I don't know how to defend myself against any of your attacks, but beyond remove myself. I'm not fighting with you, and I'm not fighting you. I'm not doing none of that type of shit. I'm out. And if you can't control your mouth, then you definitely don't deserve to be in my presence because that means that it's nothing that can be. That's your weapon. Like a woman's weapon, the power, like it's strength in her words. And that can go either way. She could strongly be tearing you down and could strongly be building you up. And if you're using your weapon essentially and you weaponizing it to instead of it being a tool to be conducive, I'm removing myself. So I ain't yelling at no woman. So it's like even for the men that's out there, it's like, y'all, I don't even understand why y'all sign up to argue back and forth with a woman. Y'all are literally stepping into their wheelhouse. Like you will never win. Like even when you're trying to get your point across, you are better off doing it like this volume. Like they will be more frustrated at you for being calm than they will ever be from knowing they got you off kilter, out of alignment, and on their spectrum where they can win. And then they going to then gaslight you by saying you going back and forth with a woman. You don't yell at men. Well, we don't yell at men because we don't have to. Men can resolve conflict without yelling. So if I have to yell at a man, we're 9 times out of 10 going to resort to something that's way more deeper than what this word is going to do, essentially. So for me to be having a yelling, pissing match with you, that's a nigga trying to fight sword with sword where I'm not doing that. It's like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put up this wall and you're going to throw your sword and it's not going to work. And you have no more access to me.
You made a great point because you're better off talking at this volume because one, they're not going to listen at all.
At all.
But two, they absolutely not listening once you raise your voice and yelling whatever. And
they don't hear words, they hear volume.
Yeah. So then when they're yelling, they're not knowing what they're saying. They're just saying shit, whatever. 100%. So when you say, but you said this, I don't remember saying that, or I didn't even mean it that way, this or that. They cool with that. They'll take that loss or whatever. I'm just getting my shit off. Yeah. But once you do it, everything's out the window now. You yelling at me. Yeah. It's like, right. But so at least you have a 10% chance of getting 10% of your message across just at this volume. Yeah.
But you don't lose whether your message get across or not. You're not out of alignment. You're not bothered. And I think that's the biggest thing. And one of the things that I was sitting here thinking, I'm still working through this concept, but at the same time, I'm confident enough to be able to explore it, to at least start the conversation. I realize, right? You'll hear a lot of women say, "Oh, men care too much what men think," right? And I'm like, you know what? Men do care what men think. You want to know why? Respect aside, because of course that's the base of it, right? Men care what men think because men actually think. But men don't care how men feel. I don't give a fuck how you feel, Q. No disrespect. And in large part, men don't care what women think because 9 times out of 10, women ain't thinking. But men do care how women feel, especially if we are a result of the feeling. Like, shit, I hurt her feelings. Fuck, I gotta fix that. Or she feel good, and I'm the reason for that. But in large part, when I say we don't care what women think, I'm not to say that they're not smart or intelligent. I'm just saying, like, in most time, when you think of a woman's philosophy on some shit she present to you, and I'm not talking about in times of, like, just, like, back and forth with you. I'm talking about, like, say if she, like, even if she say, like, it's so funny, man. We can get into this. Shit can get deep. But even her reasoning for why she might feel like you play the game too much or something, you'll be like, did you really think about what you just said? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and because I feel like you didn't even think about what you just presented to me, it's like, all right, whatever. You can think what you want. Like, you play that game too much. Like, at least something get played with around here because you sure don't play with me. I'm starting to think you love the game where you're like, okay, you didn't think about that before you said it. I don't give a fuck. Like, what are we talking about? But if her feelings is hurt, you're like, shit. My feelings hurt. But when it come man to man, it's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, not in a lack of empathy way, but it's like, bro, I feel like we don't hang out enough. What, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Like, and I know there's somebody like, yeah, but that's a valid feeling. I'm pretty sure it is. But the fact of the matter is, man to man, we would much rather respect each other's thoughts because it's like, if you think I'm on some bullshit, it's probably some logic behind what you're saying. You making it make sense versus it just being emotionally driven. Whereas though, on the reverse side of the spectrum, is like you're moving from an emotionally driven place, but you're trying to tell me what you think. But I know it's driven from your emotions, so I don't care because if it's not something conducive or something that I did directly connected to the way you feel, then your thoughts are only valid to you, and your feelings aren't facts for my world. So when I say men care what men think, it's because men do think. And when I say men don't care how men feel, because in most of the time we're not coming from a place of emotions, and when we are, it's like, bro, get yourself together. Where the reverse for women is like, y'all are coming from a place of emotion. So I do care how you feel, but when it comes to your thoughts being backed by your feelings, I'm like, yeah, you gotta work that out yourself. That don't run me.
Yeah, the funny thing about women is, it's not because someone would say, but no, like my point is like every man has had the thought, every man they know had like, yo, like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah,
you said the dumbest shit, or ain't like a kid. Like every man's had those thoughts, whatever. And yes, I'm sure some women have dealt with men that operate in that vicinity and realm where it's like, girl, I don't know what this nigga is. He a little boy, whatever. But the difference is, typically, women don't really respect those men fully. They don't really like those men fully because you don't respect him as the man or as the leader, whatever. That's a deficit in his character, or whatever. Yeah. But that's not a deficit in y'all character where if y'all saying dumb shit or just saying anything, whatever, that's just how you operate. Yeah. So like we are totally fine with it. We just got to deal with it. 100%. And every man has dealt with it. With the smartest woman in the world, the most accomplished, successful, brilliant, sexy, confident. They're gonna end up being your partner, end up saying some of the dumbest shit.
Yo, you'll be like, you got 3 degrees, like
yeah, like.
But I say all the time is like, you know, they're very logical, intelligent, and smart, and fully functional when their emotions are not involved. You'll get the best out of them. Like they are literally like the most organized, the most intelligent. Literally can go from A to Z in a structural sense, the most operable essentially, until their feelings are involved. Then it's literally like, I don't know what happens. We would have to literally ask a woman and literally, or not even act, like we had to put their brain under a CAT scan or something and see what's going on when these emotions are triggered. Like what happens to the wiring? Because literally all of that logic goes out the window. And you know, as men, we do understand that, and that's why I even say to men like, why are you frustrated at her for being a woman? Like. No, like literally, like that's not even a slight. It's like, bro, like what do you expect? Like you gotta expect a woman to be a woman, which means that yes, she can fully process and rationalize when she's thinking logically when her feelings are not involved. But the moment her feelings are involved, if I can't imagine the little bit of the times where my feelings were hurt, I can't imagine having to function like that. Like I'm talking about like, you know, like you never say that you get your heart broke, you gotta still go to work and you just there. Like I can't imagine that being a daily thing or even possible on a day to day. So it makes you have to have grace for them because it sucks that they go, the more grace we give them, the harder they go to test that patience and that grace. But the more it strengthens us in being more patient, it's no different than, you know, with our kids. It's like the more grace you give them, the more that you're gonna need to give them grace. And I think it's just not smart as a man to just be upset when it's like they say some dumb shit, do some dumb shit. You just can't react. Like literally, like if a girl say some dumb shit and I'm like, yeah, there's no logic in that. I'm just in my head. Yo, it's been so many times I'm just in my head like, what? But I don't say it. I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, because if I say it, it's almost like they think I'm demeaning or demoralized. And I'm not even, I'm really just processing like, what are you All right, cool. I'ma just let that hit the fan as what it is. Let it hit the wall, it won't stick. But if I'm being my analytical male self and I'm just like dissecting every dumb shit that come out of a woman's mouth, then I'ma look like the attacker. And it's like, you know what? I'ma just receive this and let it fly, because at the end of the day, if it makes sense to you, then that's all that matters. Like, it is what the fuck it is.
You like it, I love it, baby.
Yeah, you'll save a lot of money. And I was gonna say on your car insurance by switching, but I'm not even gonna play around. You'll save a lot of energy and effort and just headaches by just allowing what they say to just process the way they process it and not making it your logic, like not running it through and filtering it through a male's perspective. But yeah, so what do you think about men thinking and women feeling like?
So what I would say as well to that, something I've been working on myself is, like you said, not always verbalizing certain things, whatever, because plenty of times my wife would say some shit or ask a question. As you know, y'all guys be triggered because Q don't respond to certain things, whatever. So imagine how I don't respond when something actually said to me dumb. Like, it's just like, I don't, my brain.
I can't imagine. I tell you all the time. I pray for your wife. I can't. And I'm not even slighting you. I'm just saying, like, your lack of empathy as I can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine.
Free her?
I ain't gonna say free her because I think you're a good dude, but I think that it's like, I just can't imagine what she has to deal with. Like, I wasn't sure to finish your thought, but I always take into account how much we are to deal with as well.
Right.
So it's like when I'll deal with you in a business sense, and I can't imagine like you not responding. Like if she express some shit, you're like, yeah, there's some dumb shit. I don't got nothing to say. Just like this nigga, like she gonna need therapy. Fucking with this nigga.
So I think that's a good topic though. But and that's why I love, again, I just had my friends over recently. We had the kids and, we downstairs playing. We was upstairs talking as adults, whatever. And I love letting her get her shit off about me, whatever. Like, get your shit off. That's because, she's typically operating in my space with my friends and my family, whatever. So I could tell it kind of makes her feel better. I was like, oh my God, cute day, this and that, da, da, da. Then, if it was you in the room, y'all could be, oh, he don't respond to you too. So she like getting her shit off about me, whatever, what she deals with. I'm the best thing that happened to her. But no, like it's sometimes
some things can be true.
For sure. It's sometimes when she asks, it's the thing, we were talking about this recently, it'd be the questions. Like she'll ask a random question that just be baseless or to no end. Cause she'll say, you ask a lot of questions too. I'm like, I literally only ask questions that like need an answer. Like,
hey, yo.
Like, and you just ask questions for no apparent reason.
I gotta say this. Listen,
and
man.
That'd be the thing.
It's a big difference, ladies, between inquiring and investigating. And I think that y'all don't understand the difference. Like, y'all think that y'all asking questions and y'all just inquiring, but as men, we know we're being interrogated. And it's like, we don't like to feel like you pressing us. Like, inquiring is, how was your day? Interrogating is who you was with, what time y'all was there, where did y'all go afterwards. And most of us don't have that fucking response for you because our day just went with the flow. And if I come back in and I'm being interrogated about all of when I know I didn't do much, it's like, what are we really trying to accomplish here? Whereas though a man, if I'm asking you questions, I'm literally asking questions for data to be able to assort things and put things in place. I don't give a fuck about the details. Like, y'all want us to care about the details of this and that, and when this person happened. Like, you can tell a chick come in and tell you her friend just broke up and they want to give you all the details. I don't really care. We can come in and say our friend just broke up. We don't have all the details because we didn't fucking ask. But when it's really all, yeah, it's like, you don't know nothing. Like, you don't get none of the details. I mean, I told you what the fuck happened. But it's like, that's because we might inquire, like, oh, damn, he ain't pull up because he went through some shit at work. Well, what happened at work? Well, I don't fucking know. I didn't ask the nigga what happened at work. Like,
he didn't pull up.
He just didn't pull up because he had some shit at work. Whereas though with them, it's more so they'll get to the nitty gritty of all of that. So when they bringing that shit to us, it makes us feel like, why are you pressing me? So it's like, oh, what time you leaving out? What time you coming back? Who you gonna be with? It's like, that's an interrogation. That's not an inquiry. Inquiring is just simply saying, yo, where you about to go? All right, cool. How long you feeling? What time you plan on being back? Cool. You can get the details after they unfold. I'm back now. What do you want to know? Who was you with? Oh, I was out with Q. We went here. We did this. But the whole time we giving y'all the details, all y'all doing is picking through with more investigation. So who else was there? So did such and such come? Did you talk to them? It's like, yo, you fucking up the story. Like, I don't want to share my day with you no more. Like, you asking too many fucking dumbass questions.
I'm going to sleep.
Like, I'm going to bed. And then it's like, you never want to talk. No, you just in here treating me like you about to give me a burger to tell you the right information. It's like, I'm ready to go to sleep. So yeah, I think that y'all got to just understand the difference between an inquiry and an interrogation. And as men, we don't like being interrogated. That's why we say don't question us. Why are you questioning me? Because by you questioning me, you questioning my integrity, you questioning my character, you questioning my morals. And this don't got nothing to do with the people who gave you reason to question their integrity, their morals. I'm talking about solid individual, as a solid man, I give you no reason to question my integrity or my morals or give you any inclination outside of your fucking sketchy intuition of what you think might be. So now you questioning me as if you have a hunch or something, and a hunch and a hint on something, and it's making me uncomfortable. So now I don't want to talk. But a simple inquiry can create a conversation. How was your day? What did you do today? Now we just talking. I'm getting through my thoughts. But if the moment I tell you how my day was, what made it good? Well, who was there? Why? It's like now I'm kind of turned off. It's like I don't even want to talk no more. So yeah, that's the main thing we're doing reverse. As men, we don't care to know the things that's not like necessary. It's like you don't got it. You telling me you go on here with these people, you be back by this time. Okay. I'm not going to ask you nothing else. As long as everything checks out like you said it was, we got nothing to talk about. Now, if something sketchy actually happens, my question is strictly to the sketchiness, nothing else. Y'all going to create a sketchy situation, interrogate a motherfucker, and then wonder why we shutting up. You know what I'm saying?
And because a lot of what I learned with my wife is, not to smut her, but like I can deal with silence more than she can, whatever. Like, so I know oftentimes women just talk or ask questions just to talk and ask questions for no reason, whatever. Yeah. So my case in point example I always use of her is like, we could be laying in bed, I could be in my drawers, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I'll just simply get out the bed and go walk towards the bedroom door. She'd say, where you going? I'm like, what the? Probably the bathroom. Right. There's only so many things I could be doing right now. Like, and my brain would.
She think you going to the door. You got some DoorDash, some coochie,
and my brain would literally never land on to ask you a question in that moment. Yeah, like I just don't think. Like I'm like,
no, that's a fact.
But she is always those type of like to your point, like collecting data for something or whatever. Like it's just. Me answering this question literally does nothing. Like, it's just a question just to fill space in the air. Like, and that should be burning me the fuck out.
No, they really suffer in silence.
So when I just ignore it, then it's like, so you don't hear me talking to you? And I'll be like, that's not working. Better ways to navigate these moments more. Like, so that's what I'm working on.
I liked your initial point of like, there's only so many places I can go. Look at my attire. Like, then I'm the type to say, you think I DoorDash some coochie? Like, what you think? Like, I'm in my drawers. Like, and it's like, but to the point, like, all right, say if it's like, I might be going downstairs and she might want me to bring something back. Like, that's valid, but I think you should lead with that. Like, lead with context. Yo, you going downstairs, can you bring me a water?
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you bring me some juice? Can you bring me something to drink? Don't just say where you about to go. Don't ask me no fucking open-ended questions. Because then I feel like you think you already know the answer to some shit that you probably don't have no fucking clue about. And your inaccurate intuition is going to tell you that the data doesn't collect when you're wrong. It only collects when you're right.
That was more questions.
Yeah, like, we don't remember all the times your intuition steered you wrong and you was wrong as fuck. We only keep this record and a score of the times where you might have been on to something.
They undefeated.
Yeah, let them tell it, right? Who's counting? But I mean, ultimately getting to the grand scheme of things, even just understanding that as a man, even wanting to be able to see, this is the thing that I want people to understand, right? Aging is automatic, but growth is intentional. And I think that not enough people realize that. It's like you're going to age regardless. Every day you wake up, you're getting older. But what are you doing in that time frame to actually grow? You got to be intentional about wanting to be a better man. Being a better man has pillars to it. I want to be a better son. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better boyfriend or husband. I want to be a better uncle. I want to be better in these areas. And when you do that, then you can start to measure your growth. So it's like, I handled this situation like this last time. I can do it better. Because a lot of times as men, we often neglect the growth that's due within self if we can work around it. It's like, all right, it's like if a man gets some money, like, I don't really got to go to the gym. These girls going to give me head anyway. Like, fuck it. But it's like, you should want to go to the gym for you, not because of what you can get behind the other things that you offer. So when you think about growing, it's like, I want to be intentional about being better in these areas so that I could just be better for me. Now, granted, I got this rolling thing where I say every man don't want to be an A+ student, and that's cool. But the fact of the matter is, if you have any inclination to want to do better and be better, you have to be intentional about doing that. So it comes down to assessing yourself and saying things like, all right, yeah, she's burning me the fuck out, but how can I handle this better without it having to, like, she don't have to meet me at the time that I leave. She just has to follow me there. I'm the leader. So if I want my relationship to have better communication, I have to lead with better communication. That don't mean she's going to be receptive the very next day. She has to just get there eventually. And if she doesn't eventually follow my lead, then I know that she needs to get left. But the moment that I start my new journey on being a better communicator, if I expect her to get it that day, then I'm not being patient and I'm not effectively leading. I'm thinking she's supposed to walk side by side. And the thing about it is, women fight for equality, but in reality, it looks different. Equality is not measured on the same spectrum from man and woman. It's measured as equal, like I'm being my best self, you being your best self, but our best selves look different based on the fact that I'm a man and you're a woman. So as a man, the moment you start trying to match her level of equality, thinking that she's going to operate on under your premises at the speed and pace of you forgetting that you're a leader and she's going to follow your lead. So just think about it. Most of the time, if you smoke, my nigga, your woman is going to start smoking. Most of the time, if you get, because she's trying to earn your favor and be supportive and fit into your world and your program. So if you have bad habits, she's going to have bad habits. Most of the time, if you have good habits, she's going to better her habits. Like if you don't smoke and you say things like, yeah, I don't really do the smoking thing, she's not going to smoke no more. So when we understand that we got to lead where we want them to go and not look back to see if they there until we actually get there and be like, oh, she already, boom, she a couple steps behind me, but she's coming. But if she's still way back there, I'm leaving you, because that let me know that I'm not your leader. And that's okay. You can stay back there with the vibration of the people that you fit, and I can go on. But I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to drill it in your head that you got to follow me down this path. I'm going to just lead with it. So it starts with us assessing ourselves. I'm going to get better on my communication. I'm going to get better on my patience, and I'm going to be patient while she grows and develops. And if she never get there, well, what's the timeline? That's for you to figure out. But you'll know, because you'll be able to measure it as a man.
Yeah, I think that was great stuff. Recently, one of my friends who's dating a girl, we could talk about that more later on, but he actually randomly called me with the girl. Yeah, yo, Q, because, not
the mediator.
Yeah, like not for no advice or nothing, whatever, but I'm just, I wanted her to hear some perspective from you, whatever, because you've been with your wife now for 10 years, type shit, whatever. And one of the things that I said just naturally, whatever, there wasn't like an interrogation, no pun, whatever, but it was like, they was just like, yeah, so type shit. And I'm just saying, like, to your point about accountability as a leader, the thing I said on the show a few times already was that, like, I realized at the top of last year that I need to be a better leader with essentially conflict management. If I want better communication, better conflict management skills, better resolutions, that's on me. Yeah. And I had to give her credit, whereas, like, if I lead with the resolution in mind, half our arguments won't happen because she's not the naturally combative, non-following type personality. It's on me to not lead with frustration in the first place, whatever. Yeah. So that was something that really, like, clicked onto her, where she was like, he was like, and that was something that kind of was a gem for both of us. Oh, okay, I see what he mean. He's like, I see what you mean as well, and we'll see what they do with that, whatever. But yeah, I definitely agree that whereas, like, a lot of times men they don't realize how much of a leader they're not being. Yeah. Just because whether you paying bills or because you are boastful, whatever, don't mean you're properly leading yourself or y'all as a unit, whatever. Yeah. And also, to your point, you don't realize that you just have the wrong follower. Yeah. And it's like, it's no harm in being like, oh no, we just not compatible. 100%. You not following me. You too far behind. You know what? Stay there. I'm not even going to wait for you to catch up for me to tell you this. Yeah. You good. I'm just going to actually speed up and get the fuck away from you or whatever. And I've seen a lot of relationships where like, it's just not it. It's okay to just, cut your losses, not even look at them as that, but like literally just, we can stop this train here. I'm doing everything within my power to properly lead us, or at least in the best way I can at this current time. Mm-hmm. And it's still not working. It's done. It's over. Like
I don't see the
wrong follower.
That's why it's really important for us as men to know ourselves, right? Because the thing about it, man, you will never be able to know what woman is for you as a man if you don't even know yourself as a man. You can't pick the perfect helpmate if you don't even know what areas in which you need somebody to be supportive in. And it really comes down to doing self-work and being not choosing from a place of lust, but literally choosing of a place from demand, right? It's like, where is the demand lacking in my life? And like, when we talk about demand, we're not talking about like one of them things where somebody got to come in and complete you from you're a project to them. It just comes down to saying, like, you know what? I would be much better if I had assistance in these areas. It's like we all know the areas in which, or we should know the areas in which we know that if we were assisted properly, it can be an accelerant, right? We don't need a woman to come in and try to jumpstart us. I just need you to be an accelerant. I have an engine, turn me into a Hemi or a GXP, going back to our days, or a fucking Hellcat or whatever the new, TRX. Turn me up, but you don't got to turn me on. You do, but not in that way. Like, I'm already ready to go, but I just need you to kind of help me get farther. And as men, the reason that a lot of us, not even a lot of y'all, the reason that a lot of y'all tend to get with women and y'all figure out like, damn, they got a slow leak and they slowing you down is because the premise in which you chose them didn't meet the criteria in which your life needed. And you got to know what you lacking to be able to say, okay, this is the girl that I'm going to take on this journey with me because she fits the actual journey. And even if she ain't the one specifically to start, it at least puts you on a path to find that one just by having that knowledge and that information to be able to say, all right, cool, this is what I need for me. And it helps you narrow down the search. Like, I'm instantly in a snapshot able to realize what woman fits my program. Now, is she a fit for the program? That comes down to us actually testing the compatibility versus the chemistry. But the program itself literally filters out certain women. Like, because I don't present myself a certain way, I don't attract certain women. Because I don't attract certain women, my vetting process look a little bit different than the average man who go into it trying to make a woman fit the program. And they're like, I can't get her to listen. Well, she never was supposed to be recruited. Like, she didn't fit the system. Like, we play basketball, we play football. You drafted a mobile quarterback in a system that required somebody who had a pocket presence. You wonder why she won't sit still. She's not sitting still because she's a fucking flight risk. She's a runner. You know what I'm saying? That's what she do. She's unstable. She's unsettled. When the pressure get on in the pocket, she's running. If you want somebody that's going to stand in the pocket and actually take a hit, then you got to scout for that. You got to scout a woman that's into that says, you know what, when times get rough, I'm going to stand back here, be willing to take a sack and deliver the pass. I'm not going to get with a motherfucker that's going to tuck it and run the moment we call go because there's a little bit of pressure off the edge. So if you understand building a system, you understand what partner you need to be able to fit in that system in order for you to be effective and be able to win ultimately the ring, which is what everybody's supposed to be playing for. So it all comes down to knowing yourself, and me knowing myself as a man is how I'm able to filter out and sift through. Like, all right, yeah, from the rip, you know, you just not a good fit. Like, I just know we not gonna work. So I don't have to determine if you. I'm not about to be on the end. Oh, these women ain't leading. They're not. I don't have to talk about it. That's not an option. I've never attracted a woman that didn't submit to me because that's just my program don't allow for that. It's like, I'm not telling you not to be you, but I'm telling you that this is what it is. Like,
you don't work for me.
It don't work for me. Yeah.
Landed there?
Where we at? Oh, hell yeah. The fuck? Heck yeah. Excuse me. Straight up on the record. Heck yeah, we landed there. But yeah, man. Hey, man, look, man, never great conversation, man. I just want y'all to know, man, as we always say, man, we like having these conversations that empower you, that inspire you, that provoke you to get 1% better every single day and every single way. But we also don't want these conversations to end here. We want them to start here. So with that being the case, man, make sure y'all take these conversations to your group chat, take them to your friend group, take them to your coworkers, but more importantly, take them to yourself. And just reflect, man. If you're a man out here and you're watching this, figure out who you are so you can figure out what woman completes you in a complimentary way. If you're a woman out here, learn to allow your ears to become fragile for the voice of men again. Like, you know, stop being so disgusted with men to the point where the moment you hear a man's voice, you're not even listening to what we're saying. You just tuned out. But if you're watching this and you at this point, you probably not like that. But send it to your girlfriend who is, because I'm pretty sure you know one or two. But all in all, man, make sure y'all get with our sponsors, man. Big shout out to We Care Home Health Agency. They take care of anything, all needs necessary for care, whether it's pediatric up to senior. And like I said, man, y'all gonna hear me say this all year, man. Truly trusted. I've personally worked with them. I placed my family members with them, and it's been smooth. And you know, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them for being integral and being ethical in an industry that have been shaky for a while. And really actually caring. So when y'all say the sign and say wondering who cares, we care, they legitimately care. So if you're looking for placement for one of your loved ones or looking for employment, just call 267-940-8509. Once again, that's 267-940-8509. And yeah, man, shout out to them. Y'all already know where y'all can find me at, man, at Wolf WSC. Where can they find you at?
Shout out to the
Oh, Simply 100, of course. You know I told you, man, I'm so fly, sometimes just be like clothes. But big shout out to Simply 100. Next time you do it too, though, you just shout out to her. Just go ahead, man.
You do it better, sir.
Nah, go ahead, man. Your turn.
Shout out to someone.
Yeah, shout out to Simply 100.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do, man. So shout out to Simply 100 for the Flyers hoodies.
What the fuck he just said? For the Flyers hoodies, though, for sure.
Yeah, for the Flyers hoodies. Yeah, shout out to them.
Apparel, man. Super fly, urban wear. Definitely diverse. They got fits. Like this right here is nothing, but there's something. But just like this is just a part of the multitude of things that they offer. So big shout out to Simply 100.
Absolutely.
Now, y'all know where y'all can find me at Wolf WSC. Where can they find you at?
Ryan Q Live as in the right side on QUE Live.
Y'all can find the network page at wolfnetwork.wsc. Y'all can find the podcast on the Wolf Network channel on YouTube, the Wolf Has Spoken Podcast, and on all audio download platforms, the Wolf Has Spoken Podcast. And they can find my guy Ricky B. Philly at Ricky B. Philly. So, man, y'all already know, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, download, and make sure y'all text us if y'all looking for employment, man. If you're watching this, you need a job, text us at 267-623-3695, and we can get you. Let me make sure that's the right number, but I'm almost certain it is, but I just want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right number because I don't want y'all to be texting somebody else, and it's like, oh,
Texas back and trying to get a job.
267-623-3695. Yeah, we can get you a job, man. So if you're looking for a career more intentionally in the healthcare field, but even if you're just looking for a job, man, we got relationships with everybody all over the field, so we can get you some work, man. And that's what we want to do for you. So get with us, and yeah, until next time, man. As always, talk to y'all soon. The Wolf Has Spoken. Let's get it.